Этим не сказали один, да? Да, Эмиль, 100%. We are on page 362. Sorry, 88. Where am I? 388. Bechor, we're soon going to finish the book. You're preparing the shashlik?
Of course.
Здесь.
Здесь. Будем у Христа.
Is cooking by pouring considered biblical liable from the Torah or Midrabanan? Bechor, in the morning we learned if a person had cold milk and cold meat cooked together, not cooked, touched each other, cold milk and cold meat,
Mutar.
what to do with the meat?
Meat.
What to do with the meat?
Slicing.
Listen what I said.
Ah.
Cold milk, cold meat.
Okay.
What do I do if the meat fell into the milk?
Вытащили и все.
Помыли.
И помыли, и продолжаем кушать.
Very good. What if hot milk, meat cold, fell inside the hot milk, cooking it?
Порезали слайс.
No, Bechor, listen to what I said. Inside the pot, hot milk pot.
Это уже сготовили.
The meat kosher or no?
Нет.
100% or just the layer?
Layer.
100% Bechor.
Yes.
I'm a Shabbat Shoim Rose.
Да.
Third case. Cold meat. Hot milk pouring on the cold meat. Hot milk pouring on the cold meat. What happens to the meat?
Slide, take it out the slide.
Very good, Bechor.
What's the difference? It's still cooking it.
Oh.
No, it's not cooking.
Она весь туда не зашла.
So Rabbi Ovadia Yosef says,
И это
the
хата.
concept that we say it's cooking the layer, kedek klipa, it's called. Is that concept restricted by Torah or the Rabbanan? Very good. Rabbi Yosef says, I'll bring you a proof. What if Bechor, such a situation happened, and your wife said, she took out that meat, she put it away. Let me ask the rabbi what to do. By the time she asked the rabbi what to do, the rabbi picked up Eli. She got hang of him, and meanwhile, the cleaning lady sliced it, put it inside the ospalo. She did not remove that layer.
Mutar.
What's the status, Aaron John?
Mutar.
Of the ospalo.
Mutar.
Rabbi is asking, Bechor John, is that ospalo has 60 times that layer? And he says, no, near to 60 times. That layer, let's say, in total will be, let's say, 2 ounces. You need right now to have 120 ounces of ospalo. It's a lot of ospalo. What if you don't have that 120 ounces of ospalo? Is that ospalo kasher now or no? You have 2 ounces of that layer, kedek klipa, that was hot palakas milk was poured on it. Ospalo kasher or no?
Kasher.
But there's no 60 times. There's only maybe 30 times. 40 times. 60 times near to.
This is Safek.
Daniel, kosher or no?
Safek de Rabbanan lekula.
No safek. For sure there's no 60. No safek. I told you there's 30 times there. 40, not 60.
It's tricks by Rabbanan. Say the milk pouring, morning, shmoring. Not cooked together. Mutar.
Very good.
The pot has meat inside?
Meat. The ospalo, you could make ospalo with rice, with potatoes, with meat, with chicken, with carrots, with garoch, with whatever you put inside. נכון? בכל ימם non toki prenios. Bring, take out from here. Non toki. You know why? Non toki, no talking.
Это килит машар или что это?
Кемах ישן, yeah.
Откуда вы знаете?
It's from a kosher bakery.
Что там написано?
No, на него написано, the bakery has.
Мы не верим.
Okay, חי ניקושי. Then talk, don't eat non-talking. It's fresh, it's from today, enjoy. Okay? So, Rav Ovadia Yosef says the concept of pouring considered to be like cooking, it's only the Rabbanan, not the Oraita. Yes. Amen. And why do we need to know the Oraita, the Rabbanan, Farchat Rabbi? Bottom line, not allowed to. So says Rabbi, I'll tell you what's the difference. The difference is the next point. Is it necessary to consider the area affected by pouring kedei klipa? Is it necessary to consider the area affected by pouring kedei klipa? Let's see. Next week we're going to start Halachot Pesach. Next week. But maybe it's too early, I'm not sure.
No, there's a lot, bro.
Yeah, you think we should do? Okay.
Of course.
Bezat Hashem, the Rudy is going to come every night from next week on. The question of whether the prohibition of cooking by pouring is from the Torah or rabbinic is debatable among the poskim. Generally, it is considered rabbinic prohibition. So we said the proof is that if a person cooked it and by mistake did not know, give him, he likes it. Cook it, the kedei klipa, and by mistake took that meat and put it inside the oshpalo. What's the status of the oshpalo? Not having 60 times, still kasher. John, what do we see from here? That the concept of cooking the layer considered to be the layer got cooked is only the Rabbanan. Why is cannot be the Oraita?
So why it's allowed again?
Because I'm about to say, what's the proof that it is not the Oraita? Maybe it is the Oraita. Meir John, remember the rule. Chazal have the power to manipulate their ruling. They have no power to manipulate Torah ruling. Can Chazal say, listen, you're not allowed to eat pig? Asu. But if it fell into your shpalo, don't worry about it. Can Chazal say such a thing? Huh?
חס וחלילה.
Cannot do that. Torah said you have to protect my Torah, not go against my Torah. Nachon? Chazal's power is to put fences around the Torah. If a person, Chazal tell you, take out that layer from the meat, because it got cooked with the milk, by pouring, Irui Kli Rishon. Rabbi, what if I forgot to take it off? You forgot? Okay, beseder. The fact that I tell you if you forgot to take it off and there is no 60 times it, means that b'diavad it's okay. How did I tell you beseder? How did I tell you okay? If it would be a Torah law. Pig that will fall into your oshpalo, you're not going to say, you don't have 60 times in the oshpalo? It's okay. They cannot do that. The fact that Chazal did it over here proves to us that
There is the Rabbanan.
that is the Rabbanan.
But why can't I say it's because we don't know what's the amount of the klipa is? Maybe it's such a thin layer.
So the poskim say, how big is the klipa? Eliyahu John, take out that piece from the phone, please.
What?
Yeah. Why, whatever you're asking, repeat again? Thank you.
Maybe the reason it's allowed is because we don't know how much is
Oh, so the
klipa.
poskim say, we do know. How thick it is, give me please to that thing. Yeah, I'll show you. You see this? If I pick it up from here, this piece doesn't break. But if it will be thin, very thin, to the point I'll pick up this and the other side is going to fall, that means that's already too thin. It's supposed to be thick enough to the point you pick it up, the meat, and the other side is still going to be attached. Got it? That means kedei klipa. The layer, the outer layer.
So the proof is that in that situation, such a thin one, and it's still there is no 60 times.
Right. The amount of that meat was a lot more in comparison to the 60 times. So say there is no 60 times basically. Let's put in numbers. Let's say that this layer total is 2 ounces. Right? You need 120 ounces on the oshpalo. It's a lot. Told you it's from today. Before I tasted it. It's good.
איך תשקול?
ברשות מוריי ורבותיי. שמותיו. בושת שמו. הגדי תרצי. שמיים וגיד. Who's the third? Meir, who's the third? You don't have no 3 people. Okay? Continuing. Number 6. Does Rambam consider there to be cooking after cooking in liquids?
No.
Very good, Meir. However, others argue that even according to the Rambam, who maintains that there is no bishul achar bishul for liquids that have been cooked, he still agrees that there is that in water. Okay, we'll skip that. Bottom line, there, as you said, number 7, one should adhere to local customs. Oh, yeah, this concept is important. Behor question. Okay, let's do shakol. You ready? ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Amen.
Imagine right now the chas v'shalom osovo burning. How do you save the osovo bechor?
You put it from that thing, the urn,
From the urn.
directly without no air.
Very good, Meir. What if I want to put it in an empty cup? Samavar, put it to hot water in the empty cup and then pour it in the osovo. Allowed or no?
No.
Why not?
It's cooking after cook.
Because the empty cup is kli sheni. Samavar is kli rishon. Kli rishon goes to kli sheni. The kli sheni is not able to cook. Putting it back on the osovo, on the plata, it's again kli rishon. What are you doing? You're re-cooking the water.
Oh, I have another solution.
Hold on. Got it? So that will be a problem. Ashkenazim say, if it was cooked already, even if it got lukewarm, the water,
Not allowed to put it back.
you still allowed to put it on the also Ashkenazim say. Right? Ashkenazim.
Even liquid.
Even liquid. At the samavar, pour into empty cup kli sheni, pour inside the osvo. Even if that liquid cooled off. It's not cold yet, it just cooled off. It means to say it's still lukewarm. Ashkenazim say you're allowed to put it inside the osvo. Chulent for them, right? To save the chulent, no problem. Question to you, Bechor. What if in Morocco, in Iran, Persia, in Bukhara, people used to follow Ashkenazi laws? When they came to Eretz Israel, are they allowed to follow these leniencies?
No.
Or the obligations change?
Change.
Why?
Because Yerushalayim b'kedusha.
You come to the place where majority is, you have to follow the majority.
In Eretz Israel, who's the ruler?
Maran.
Rabbi Yosef Karo, Maran. And everybody must follow Maran's ruling. Rabbi, but our minhag was to allow that. In Eretz Israel, Habibi. In Eretz Israel, everybody must follow Maran.
How about here in America?
In America, there is debate. What do we have to follow? Bottom line, Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef says we have to follow Rabbi Yosef Karo. That's bottom line. That is, it's debatable.
Why?
Because it's machloket, did we accept him in Eretz Israel or we accepted him as a person on all the jewelry of the Sephardi?
You come here to an Ashkenazi place. No, Ashkenazi were here before us.
No, you should know. I have news for you. The first Jews in America, even Ashkenazim say that, was Sephardi.
Okay, but they had their own Beitin over here and everything.
This I don't know what they had, but it means it's not true to say, oh, first were Ashkenazim here.
No, like the whole process of majority were Ashkenazim.
That's not true. That's in our times. But even in our times, there's a lot of Sephardim. A lot of Sephardim. God bless the Syrians. Look how many synagogues, how many schools. In Lakewood, there is a Sephardim.
No, but Ashkenazim came way before Syrians came.
Yeah, that's true. You are correct. But before Ashkenazim came, Sephardim were here. Sephardim from Spain, Sephardim from, I think, Italy. We had over here Sephardic before Ashkenazim. Therefore, in America, Sephardim follow Rabbi Yosef Karo. That's the bottom line. Meir, you got it?
Yes.
Very good. Number 8. Bechor, what if you told Babulia John, you Sephardic, you're not allowed to put the hot water over there, or so you're going to cook it. She said, it's just cooking right now in the samavar. If I put it in the cup right away, I put it inside. She doesn't understand Kli Rishon, Kli Sheni, and you has different system. She believes different God. I don't know what she does. She doesn't follow our rule. She did it. 8 o'clock in the morning, you saw her doing it. You told her not to do it. 12 o'clock, you're coming from the prayer, from the synagogue, and she's serving you this osvo. Can you eat the osvo or no?
Mutar.
Well, she cooked it on Shabbat.
There are opinions that
What else are you supposed to eat? You're supposed to enjoy Shabbat.
Okay, but if she broke Shabbat, what she fried you eggs. There's nothing else to eat. She said, Chai, I know you love eggs. She fried you eggs. You're not allowed to eat the eggs. I'm supposed to enjoy, but there's rules how to enjoy. What to do, Mr. Fatah? Can you eat that also or no?
Yes.
She poured the water inside there. This is your answers.
It's because
What about the Torah answers?
the Hana'ah fact is that there is an opinion that allows it. So
Very good. Kol hakavod. Remember, Bechor, anytime there is a machloket about to do or not to do, don't do. But if somebody did, you're allowed to enjoy. Safek deoraita to do or not to do, yachobra, don't do. But if it was done, you're okay, go ahead. Enjoy it. That's why if Babulia took cold soup from the refrigerator, you told Babulia, you're not allowed to reheat that. No, mon vaigav. I have memon. I have guests. Guests, keneged kulam. Torah, mitzvot, Shabbat, above everything is guests.
Kudo Amsodi.
Kudo omsode. Kudo above chudo. She put it on the soup on the plate, arroz shabbat. She make it hot. Can you eat the soup or no? You told her not to do it, Babulia. She didn't listen. Chai gufte, kana sorafti, korash kardak. Полицейский не около гуфта. Can you eat that soup now or no, Bechor? Why? But you still told her not to do it. No. We said because there's a debate, is there cooking after cooking by liquids or no, machloket? So to do, machloket. What's the ruling? Don't do. If she did, she made avera. But I can eat that soup. Frying in eggs, ты сказал нельзя, если тебя пожарит яйцо, you're not allowed to eat the яйцо. Why the soup? She broke Shabbat, you're allowed to? Because frying an egg is according to all opinions not allowed to. But the reheating soup is not according to all opinions not allowed to. You understand? Chazak, Bechor? Very good. Number 9. Is there a principle of Safek Sfeka applicable in our case, possibly considering pouring the equivalent as equivalent to a Kli Rishon, and possibly according to Rambam that there is no cooking after cooking in liquids? The principle of Safek Sfeka could be applicable if there is uncertainty about the status of pouring and whether, according to Rambam's opinion, there is no further cooking for liquids, potentially allowing for leniencies in specific cases. No, неправильно здесь написал. Let's check him. I remember it's not allowed to. How is the non-toki? Ari, good? Told you you enjoy it. Yeah, I told you it's not allowed to. Bechor, can I say, Rabbi, why is not allowed to? I have a double doubt. I have a Safek Sveka. What's Safek Sveka? Can I take the water from Samavar, pour into Kli Sheni, empty, and then pour it into the Oslo? Yeah? Let me allow it. I have a double doubt. What? Maybe halacha is like the one that says that it is allowed, like Ashkenazim rely on. And if you're going to say no, what's the problem? No, because I'm recooking the liquid. Kli Sheni is not cooking, putting Kli Sheni, you are cooking, right? You're recooking the liquid. Maybe halacha is like the Rambam, that there is no cooking after cooking, even by liquid.
Okay.
Why not? Tell us why not. There you're saying why not?
It's the same thing.
Why? Ashkenazim that allowed you to put it there.
It just okay.
Why they allowed it? Because they say it's hot, you're not going to recook it. Rambam says even if it is cold soup, according to Rambam, can I reheat?
What do you mean not recooking? Once it's hot, you put it also, it's cooking. What do you mean not recooking?
But that water was already cooked.
Right,
So the Ashkenazim say the water is hot.
right.
Once it's hot, there is no problem to put it inside the Kli Rishon.
What's the logic?
Why? Because it's hot. What's the problem of cooking? Making something cold hot. That's already hot.
Okay. But it's not boiling, it's not
You're right. You are correct. But it's Yad Soledet Bo. Once it's Yad Soledet Bo, the laws of concept of cooking is already there. So it's not, let's say, Yad Soledet Bo, let's say, throw a number, 160 Fahrenheit, right? Let's say. So right now it's 100, it was 212 on the plata, on the samovar. It dropped right now to 190. Is it about 160? Yeah? So it's already cooked. And it's hot. Putting it into the osvo, oh, it's going to make it 212. Okay, who cares? Once it's about 160, it's the same thing. It's going to be 160, it's going to be 170, 190, 212, doesn't matter. It's already in the cooking level.
That's why they cannot put the tea on that because it's cooking already.
Right. Right? So once it's hot, it's already considered to be cooked. So what do I care right now putting it there? That's Ashkenazim look at it. And maybe halacha is like the Rambam. That what are you going to say? No, because it dropped from 212 already, it's a problem. Because you're going to recook the water right now. Okay, recook the water. According to Rambam, I'm fine. Safek Sveka. Why don't we apply the Safek Sveka here? So, Rabotai, I have to explain to you in the laws of Safek Sveka, some people think, oh, Rabbi, you know, Judaism is very easy. I find two opinions. I connect the two. Yalla, everything allowed. Maybe that's a pig, maybe not. And even if it is a pig, maybe pig is allowed. Right? Everything right now, Safek Sveka, sure, doubled out, Hamesh Mukishu. That's why few times I heard from people that they don't learn the laws of Safek Sveka, and they learn a little bit halacha here and there, and they grab something from here, something from there, let's put it together, Safek Sveka. Many times I get that those people in the crowd are making this mistake. You should know, Rabotai, there's 3 thick books. Bechor didn't see such a thick books. Like this Chumash. You see this Chumash? The Chumash, the Russian Chumash. Yeah. See? Thick, right? Bigger than that, like this. 3 volumes. When do we apply? Safek Sveka. Doubled out. There is so many rules. When do we use the rule of Safek Sveka? One of the rules is, if Maran, Rabbi Yosef Karo, 500 years ago, saw this Safek Sveka and still ruled stringently, you have no permission to come and say, oh, I have it doubled out. Maran knew about this doubled out. And still Maran ruled that you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to take the water from the Samavat, put it in an empty cup and put it in the oswald. You're not allowed to. So Maran, hold on, Maran, why not? I have a Safek Sveka. Maybe Allah is like the Ashkenazim opinion, the Rishonim that they follow, that they allow. Then even say, no, maybe Allah is like the Rambam, that there is no cooking after cooking even in cold water. Why say no? So you see that once Maran saw all your Safek Svekot and he still rules stringently, we have to follow whatever Maran said. We accepted on ourselves the ruling of Maran, Rabbi Yosef Karo. And our dear teacher Maran said, you're not allowed to do that. So that will be the conclusion, that you're not allowed to do that.
Does he put any logic on that or just...
Huh? Why is that like that?
Does he put logic why he's doing things?
No, Maran didn't explain why he didn't allow. The Maran Baraman ruled halacha, you're not allowed to take water from Samavar into a cup and pour it inside those water. Asu. So even though you have those double doubts, Maran still didn't go with that. Therefore, bottom line, Bechor, allowed or no? Bottom line, not allowed. You cannot put water, hot, palakas water, inside the cup and pour it inside also. Asu. Now what should I do, Rabbi? Sochsode also chkunam. Very good, Bechor. Make sure you take the pot closer to the samavar, to the hot water urn, and pour directly, as Bechor said, without airspace.
Why no airspace?
Because the poskim say airspace also disqualifies it from Kli Rishon now.
Maran didn't say that, so you can say Safek Sveka here.
No, Maran didn't. Maran said.
He said it?
Yeah, Maran said. Maran said you're not allowed to vapshe add water. But we say Maran meant that with a cup. Because you're dropping it from Kli Rishon to Kli Sheni level. And so too, if you have airspace, according to some opinions, it also drops it from Kli Rishon level to a Kli Sheni level. Once it left Kli Rishon, they say, it's dropped the level. Why? Because the airspace, the air cools it off. Imagine 212 room temperature.
So also should touch the
Yeah,
faucet?
yeah. As closer as possible. It doesn't have to be touched, but air should not cool off the water. The room temperature should not cool off the water.
I have another solution if it's allowed. I don't know.
Yes, maybe.
You take the
Kavgir.
kafkir, you put it inside the
Samovar.
The samovar. You leave it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Then you pick it up.
So in the morning,
Is
David
it allowed or no?
gave that solution.
I think it's allowed.
According to Rabbi Bar Yosef, will be a problem.
Problem?
According to Rabbi Yosef. Why? When do we say that metal, the ladle, kavgir, matzeket, whatever you call it, palovnik, как называется это бехот?
Palovnik.
When do we say gains the status
I don't.
of kli rishon?
Has to get hot, boiling.
Oh. So if your solution will be in samovar that will boil this the palovnik, that kavgir, that ladle, then the status of the kavgir will be kli rishon. Then you're correct. Then you have a portable kli rishon. No problem. But if you put it there for a few minutes to get hot, but this samovar Chipovsky made in China, it's not boiling the water. Not every samovar boils the water, by the way. When you buy samovar, make sure you get the one that boils the water for health purposes. It's not healthy to eat water that it is warmed up and it's not boiled. You know why? Bacteria develops a lot in hot water. If it's not boiled, it doesn't die. Nachon or no, doctor? Bechor, you know that or no? Бактерия, где набирается много бактерий?
Посидишь, с садыком станешь.
Бактерия много где набирается?
Где софек?
No. Бактерия где горячая. Больше бактерий собирается. What kills the bacteria? Boiling water. It dies. So that's why you should not get samovars at home that they are not making the water boil. It's not healthy for your children. Узнай, поставь, узнай. Как узнать, Бехол?
Leave it open and see, yeah.
If it's boiled or not. Они не все boiling делают. Many of them get to 190 Fahrenheit, they stop. They're not getting to 212 Fahrenheit.
Значит, самовар надо воду прокипятить, потом наливать и включать. Оно уже boiling будет, потом
Boiling.
самовар налейте. Все.
No, it's talking
No.
about the water itself.
Samovar
Water
itself.
ставите же.
Is not boiling the water, Бехол.
I understand.
Некоторые не делают boiling.
Я говорю, взять на печке, нагреть воду, горячий, палахас, сварить ее boiling, залить самовар, а потом пусть стоит.
Okay. If you have a cheap samovar, you mean?
Да.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, if you have cheap samovar, that's
Кто так будет делать?
But every time to do that, it's a lot of. It's dangerous also. Hot water is not a joke. Куда-то брызгает, Hashem Yerachem.
Она скипятится, остынет, потом я налью.
We're on Shabbat?
No.
Before Shabbat.
Да.
Okay, so it's easier before to get a proper samovar. That you don't have to do that.
Найти,
Yes.
там говорят, пользуйтесь уже тем, за что уже заплатили.
Хорошо.
Okay, back to us.
Zohar не будет?
394. No. When David comes, there will be Zohar. This way, we're going to make sure that everybody come. You hear, Mr. Ari? When you come, what do you want? Halachah, right? I know you love halachot. So we're going to teach halachot.
Хорошо.
Bechor is always parasha, same thing. Don't worry about it. 394. What is the Rambam's opinion regarding transferring food from one stove to another if the second one is hotter? Bechor, your samavar or your plata is not so hot. Can I move it to another plata of my neighbor? It's very hot,
Is the food cooked?
fully cooked. Shalom John, what do you say? The plata of Bechor is not so hot. He wants to take it to his neighbor's plata to make it very hot. Can you do that or no? Take his osovo, his soup, his water from his plata at home. He bought the plata in China. It doesn't do a good job for him. Then he realized. Называется скупой платит важно. Нахон, Бechor? Told you right away, get quality.
Мы же такие подробности не знали раньше.
Now Bechor wants to take his osovo from his plata to his neighbor's plata. Fully cooked. Allowed or no? Rambam wrote that it is allowed to transfer food from one stove to another one, even though the second one is hotter. No problem. What is the opinion of Rabbi Yeruham and the Bet Yosef? Although the Bet Yosef, after writing, Rambam's words brought the opinion of the Rabbi Yerucham, who prohibits. The halacha does not follow his words because we lean towards leniency in case of a rabbinic doubt. Okay, so bottom line, we allowed it.
You can put the cold food already on the platter, huh?
Huh? Well, no, cold. You mean salad?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about liquid. Yeah.
Also, what's considered liquid?
No, it depends how you make your osvo. You have a osvo shiltich. Bechor likes shiltich. You don't see what happens after. Bechor, how do you like your osvo?
Нам все равно, лишь бы человек хороший был.
Osvo, no problem.
So,
Everything fine? Head that we're talking about. Okay. Bechor John. Bechor, you prayed Arvit?
Not yet.
Oh, today you did tshuva, finally. Aaron, you prayed Arvit? Oh, you also did tshuva. Rabotai, pray here Arvit. You know, for me it's much easier to pray earlier. Yeah, just because you guys need the Arvit here, I'm staying with you here. So that's why try to be loyal also. Come here to the Arvit, everyone. Daniel, you understand? Eliyahu already knows.
דוקטורם בגוסדים כאלה, no fama.
Baruch Hashem. What are the opinions of the Rabbi Yerucham? Okay, we said that. On what is the dispute dependent? Yesterday you saved us. Ari, you and your brother saved us yesterday. Беда меня.
People.
Да, точно вы пришли. The entire dispute resolves around how to understand the Yerushalmi, which states the Rabbi Ze'irikana said that Rabbi Ze'ira, did you not hear from him it is allowed to transfer from one stove to another? He answers, I heard from him that it is prohibited. Fast, the Rambam understood it as a question and therefore permitted it. While Rabbi Yerucham understood it is a definitive statement and thus wrote to prohibit it. And it is more logical to follow Rambam's understanding. There's a lot of times this concept in Yerushalmi. Yerushalmi, Talmud Yerushalmi, Bechor soon going to start it after he finished Bavli. It has, the Yerushalmi, a lot of statements that you can read it as a question and you can read it as a statement. Many times it gets it. And because of that doubt, there's many times debate on the Rishoni what the Yerushalmi meant. Is it a statement or is it a question? You allowed to move from one stove to another, right? That's a statement.
This contest doesn't say it.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Now look at this. You're allowed to move the stove from one stove to another, the food from one stove to another. It's just a tomb.
But usually after the question.
In English, you have different text. You say, you are allowed so-and-so, or are you allowed so-and-so, right? You're changing it in English. Yerushalmi's dialogue, you don't change it. Because of that, there's a lot of times debate how to explain the Yerushalmi. The Yerushalmi said a statement, or the Yerushalmi said a question. So one of the places is here. The Yerushalmi says, you're allowed to move the food from one stove to another stove. Good? Is that a statement? Or is that a question?
Question.
So Rambam understood it's a statement. That's what the Rambam said. You're allowed to take it from here, to put it over there, even though the second one is harder. Rabbeinu Yerucham said that the Yerushalmi had a question. You're allowed to move from here to there? What do you understood from this statement? From this way of saying it?
you don't really.
You're really not allowed to. Why? Because it looks like you're about to cook it right now. You're putting it in the other stove. It was not there yet. So it's like you're putting it now there. Yeah. Got it? Okay. Let's stop over here. Let's do a little bit
If
Zohar.
it's fully cooked, what's the problem with the Yerushalmi?
Stop the recording, make a new recording, huh?
If